Hello, I'm Adrian Bruce for Art and Technology, Megacurve on Twitter, and I thought I'd just make a little video using this new tool OBS, which I'm still using, learning to use actually, and where it allows you to take screen captures and have a talking head and put graphics on the screen and a few other things. So I'm still working out how to get the audio right, and I can see that there's the lip sync problems. There's a delay, but that's just using Windows drivers probably, audio drivers. So what I have here is actually Reaper. I still use an old version of Reaper that I paid for, 3.8 or 3.75 or something rather, even though we're up to like version 6 now. I just have some interesting little things I've been playing with. I haven't actually completed anything, but I've got some environmental sounds that I sort of want to try and play with. One of the interesting things you get in the Japanese countryside is you get announcements over the PA. There are PA speakers all over the place, and you get a sound something that sounds like this, which if I play this section down here, yeah, that's sort of the way they all sound around here. There's these big gaps between the words, because in some places there'll be lots of echoes, and they're just generally very difficult to understand. But what I have here is I've just taken some of the main two little sections of this and sort of squeezed them up here, and they start with this sound in this area that we're in here. And I'll say something. It is onegaishimasu. This announcement is finished. And then it's finished off with the chime again. So I recorded that, and I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Where we are here, it's about a 5-minute walk from the train station. The house that we have and the windows are all very insulated, so we actually don't hear the train very much. But I actually walked out and took some recordings of the train and things, and I sort of I've put together this so far. I'm not happy with it. The bass track here is when I moved to Japan again, I had to replace the power supply for my floor pod for my bass, and this is just something I did testing that it was working. So that's just happens to be a thing that I have here. And the other thing I've been just playing with on the desk here is I have a Korg Nano keys. It just doesn't take up any space. It's very easy to put together a system with the laptop and the screen here. And so what I've done is just this, which I'm not going to probably not do anything with it, but here's some train and effects. Yeah, I've recorded the sound effects using my Zoom H1 recorder with windshield, and what the actual train sounds were there soon a train will enter the station, is what she's basically saying. And then I've just sort of cut down some samples of the announcements that go ding 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 because the crossing is finished. There's the sound of the train. So that's just those tracks soloed, and the actual yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'll do with this. Yeah, it's sort of a little sting or intro to something. It's just sort of in my collection of things that I put together, and I'm not quite sure what I'll do with it. Up here a bit earlier on this experimental thing I have here, I had this track. Yeah, and I think here's some more train stuff. That's just the sounds and announcements at the local railway station. And then with the train going through. Oh, it's nice and rhythmical. Not quite sure what I'll do with that. I was using Paul Stretch for making short sounds, stretching them out really, really long. It's a granular synthesis program for really extremely slowing down sounds. I played with it a bit before, but I actually haven't made anything that was, I think, worthwhile. It gives an environmental, it's for making environmental music, I guess. Which is something I was sort of looking at, but I haven't actually achieved anything yet, I guess. So that's a background thing I've been playing with recently, and I see how we go. Anyway, thanks for having a listen. And I'll still work out how to use this OBS to do something more interesting as time goes on, I imagine. Thank you very much for your time.